Thank you, Professor Sept, and once again, thank you, Professor Jaak Järv, and thank you for the family of Estonian Academy of Sciences giving us the opportunity to be in this beautiful building and collaborate with you. I give you now a brief introduction to the program and a little bit to the background of the event that's happening here. So many of you have been here a year ago, exactly a year ago, when we had previous conference together with Academy of Sciences, and that was about paradigm shift in science education. We had a number of worldwide famous people giving presentations. We had presentations from United States, Israel, Helsinki, also from Estonia. And we had also young scholars talking about their practices. But that was maybe too theoretical, because we didn't give people much of the time to discuss between each other. And now for this today's International Expert Seminar, we decided to change a little bit the format, to bring all the points that we discussed closer to public and give a little bit more time to discuss between each other. And furthermore, the difference between this event and previous event is that I could say that this format is a bit hybrid, because there are people who can actually watch what we're doing here online, in live, and they may also interact during the lunchtime, giving questions if they wish to, so that we can actually address answers later on to them. So what is then today in the program? The main issue is that how to attract young people to science and science-related careers. So who can help there? Obviously, curriculum is a strong support for that. Obviously, teachers, obviously, society, obviously, scientists. And we brought here this time representatives from 3 different academies of sciences. And we also followed that not everybody is coming from the emeritus age. Also, some people are younger. So Hungarian Academy of Sciences is represented by Andreas Professor Patkos, and Finnish Academy of Sciences is actually represented by a young scholar who is doing a PhD. And Marianne, you will talk what's happening in Finland and later on. Then from the SciCar project, this event is part of the SciCar project event. Here is Professor Ron Plunder, and she's talking from the Israeli perspective about science-related careers, highlighting research and also what's happening amongst the teachers. And then we have 2 events where everybody can participate. The first event is in the morning before lunch, shared by Associate Professor Regina Soobart. This is discussion in discussion groups, and after the lunch, discussion groups get the floor to share their ideas. And right at the end of the day will be panel discussion chaired by Professor Jari Lavonen. And our panelists are coming from Hungary, from Israel, and from Estonia. And here 2 Estonian young people with high expertise in this topic are coming in. So one is in curriculum development and another is in teaching practices, both PhD holders in science education. And I hope and I wish that panel discussion will be very, very fruitful, and concluding remarks, which will be forwarded by Professor Jari Lavonen, will sum up what has been happening during the day. So now you can see a slide in front of you. And this slide is not original, but it is also original. The originality comes from the division of the skills, how these are grouped, The skills itself are taken from the 2030 skills document, and this has been taken as a framework for sister project to SciCar, which started half year later, which we called High Flyer. And we named High Flyer so that these are the skills that should be promoted among young people, and our target is to promote these skills among those who yet haven't decided to become a science teacher. So that students at bachelor level, even graduate students from the schools, they understand that, look, if we promote these skills, then we can fly high. We are science teachers, and science teachers' capacity, skills that science teachers acquire, these are so important that besides being successful and very good science teacher, you can work elsewhere. And which are these skills? So we group these skills this way. So starting from the thinking skills, this brings in importance from the science. So we can think, we must have strong science background. And this brings me to the dilemma what has been over the 10 years in Estonian education. When at the 2000s we started developments in education, then we thought that, oh, there is so much science content and too little skills development. But now the question is that, is the balance right, or has the balance disappeared away from science knowledge? So science knowledge are important. So we need to value science for the life, so science for STEM. So without science knowledge, we can't talk about promoting, developing thinking skills. So everybody needs strong science knowledge, but not memorize, but use of those knowledge, be creative, use this knowledge in social affairs, so that the next one what we are talking are social skills, which are very, very important in all areas of the life, including science teacher. Then self-management skills, important. But again, we build that on background in science. Communication skills. Obviously, as Professor Jaak Järv already started, that Estonia made first steps in promoting ICT skills. This is communication. And now look how far Estonia has reached in this area. But still, we have a way to go. And last but not least, research skills. So we wish that people are able to make justified decisions, not just talk without evidence. And from that, we are going to trustfulness, so to think about what is science, what is not science, pseudoscience. And there are also projects called Alive, where there is development of teaching learning materials to feed the school with equipped materials that students can discuss. Is that truth or is that not truth? And that is also, as a sister project, was a SciCar initiated half a year ago, so-called evidence. So evidence must be trustworthiness, and the leader of that project is sitting amongst you, and she is also talking this afternoon. So I finish here, and I don't want to push my slide, my division of the skills, because you might have come up with something more meaningful. You may think that maybe some of the skills are more important than others, but this is all the product of today. And may I now introduce the keynote speaker coming from Hungary. And as I said, science is important. Without science is no critical thinking. Correct? So I'm very happy to introduce Andreas Patkas from Hungary. He's a member of Academy of Hungarian Sciences from the 2000s. So he's a physicist. He's not educationalist, but he likes education. So he has made huge steps towards education, bring together educationalists and physicists. So he is a person who can value the educational component in society and at the same time also put together with developments in science. And being 2 decades a chairman of Hungarian Physics Society, he knows exactly what that means. So, Professor Patkas, the floor is for you.